Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wing Gaming, 70 Mountains, what are the Gaming Drag? Today I'm coming back at you on the Let's Play episode of Stardust Kids. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm Chan, you were up, and let's go! They bought new equipment for which they barely managed to save up money. Couldn't get funding from the curator. However, there was no place to put new devices yet. New developers turned out to be not good enough, or someone from the club made a mistake. I didn't get it. As a result, important pictures were spoiled. Looks like the club business won't let Romano go anytime soon. Wonder what kind of business did Seth suddenly have? Learning that Romano doesn't know it, too, felt like some kind of relief. I'll try to call Seth. Maybe he's free today already. Looks like he's not. After dumping all the latest news of his busy life on me, Romano turned quiet. Silence filled the bus, leaving me alone with my thoughts. I got used to the fact that I can't shut those two up. But now there's only Roma with me. It's not easy to start a conversation without Seth. It's hard to come up with a topic to discuss with Romano without Seth. Now I feel only exhaustion and slight irritation. Roma's backpack noticeably presses my tail to the seat. Romano looked at me warily. Something happened? You look worried. Worried? Is that how it's called? Is that what it's called now? You've pressed my tail with your bag. Oh, indeed. Sorry. He quickly moved the backpack onto his lap. The albums are heavy, otherwise the bag would be almost empty. You wouldn't have felt it. Strange excuse. Even if it didn't hurt me, it doesn't mean you can put your stuff on me. We fell silent again. For a while, there was only the measured hum of the engine and the rustle of wheels on the asphalt. Now it was me who carefully looked at my friend. It's unusual to see him like this. I thought he can't keep silent for more than a minute. Maybe only at classes, though. Even there, he somehow manages to constantly chat with everyone in his sight. But now he was silent. He was looking out the window, watching the bus stops go by. The bus slowly but surely was getting more and more empty. Sometimes Romano looked at his phone, then quickly put it down with a strange sigh. I closed my eyes. This day must be digested and comprehended. As soon as I began to compartmentalize my thoughts, something next to me rustled. Looks like Romano could not stand his inaction. I opened my eyes. That's it. The rustling was made by Roma, pulling out the very weighty album from the bag with an obvious effort. It was really huge, barely fitting on his lap. Does he make so many photos? The pantry shelves are bursting with his albums. Look at the album. I got curious about what interesting things this giant keeps. May I take a look? Romano jumped in surprise. Of course! Roma put the album on my lap, heavy as a rock. Now I notice that the album is quite old. The pages are a bit crumpled. It must have been flipped countless times. I was turning the pages slowly, peering at each picture. The photos aren't new, too. Lots and lots of landscapes. Mountain ranges, rivers lying at their feet, lakes and forests, thickets, stones, and coastal water, campfires. Occasionally something other than landscapes appeared in the photo. A beautiful woman with a wide smile and as green as Roma's eyes was hugging a boy with two tails and a cap that had slid sideways. They were standing in front of a huge bronze statue of an elk. Many pictures later, this very woman was standing behind a man and hugging his shoulders, putting her cheek against his. The man was thin and tall and looked a bit ridiculous in a warm sweater with a high collar. You know? It must be Roma's parents. They're so young in these pictures. I've never seen any of Romano's relatives, although I know him for almost 2 years. They're not only your photos, right? No, they're all mine. I mean, you didn't make all of them. I scrolled back and pointed at the photo with little Roma. He smiled warmly, looking at the picture. In that case, yes. But there aren't many photos like that. The most are mine. Did you like taking pictures since early childhood? I flipped back and sorted through where I left off last time. In the next photo, they all are together. Romano and his father are skating, joyfully swinging a hockey stick, while his mother gently holds his hand. Roma is about 5 years old. And there were many pictures of the sky, grass, and mountains. A few photos of hockey sticks and the helmets of the Canadian national team. Romano's father is standing next to the sportsman. Yeah, I haven't let the camera out of my hand since I was a kid. Father gave me my first camera around this time. He pointed his finger at the album flap. Here, see? We were at the capital city. I was really upset because I couldn't go to a match as I had fallen ill. Father had made many pictures for me and told me in great detail what was there and how. That was cool. I could see things I would never see. I could touch the moment that slipped through my fingers. I wasn't there, but I distinctly saw how happy my mother and father were when our team scored the decisive goal. He should have been upset because he couldn't go through all this together with his parents. But the way he is speaking makes me feel that Roma was really happy to look through all these photos. Both now and then. His smile is so warm. Then I asked how he'd made these pictures, and the next day Father brought the camera. He told me that it now belongs to me. Since then, I was captivated by this magic. I wanted to save all the memories, to always have an opportunity to share them with somebody. That's what photos mean to him? What a surprise. Romano paused, and I flipped through the page. Now there were photos of a city night with a small crooked postscript Toronto 20XX. Photos of streets and city hustle. A few photos of iron-twisted fences and gray granite and macrography? Macrography. The slabs of a very beautiful relief, especially in the places where the letters are carved. He almost lovingly encircled the silhouettes of stone monuments with his fingertips and then turned the page. A few more pictures of the lake. It appears in the photos so often that anybody would decide that it was very close to Roma's house. Most of the photos are made at night. Cold blue and white stars and heavy night clouds are reflected in the water's surface. And there were pictures of the sea, palms, Romano's face in close-up. Next to him were a boy and a girl. They look older and both are Dalmatians. The handwriting revealed their names, Jill and Peter. I stared at them for a while. Who are they? Friends of the family? Up to this point, there were only Romano and his parents in the pictures. These are my brother and sister. They're completely unlike Roma. Half-siblings? But they don't look like any of his parents. Weird. And obviously these two are older than Romano. Are they adopted? They never appeared in the photos before. We kept flipping through the album. The bus continued to slowly count the kilometers that separated us and our homes. I'm still thinking about these two. On the next pages, there were a few pictures of a big apartment, views from the windows, and an extensive beach photo shoot. Then a photo from the city park with many birds, animals, and passers-by. And a photo of a new, surely expensive camera and a note from Uncle Roy. The device is tied with balloons. And in the pictures, there is Roma himself with the camera in his arm, standing with a short, thin lady signed as Aunt Katharina. Katerina. Maybe it's pronounced Katerina. It's probably Katerina. Another spotted face. I flipped through a few more pages. Here's the whole spotted family together. A brisk girl that was making faces, a tall, strong guy, and a nice lady, a man with a big spot around his left eye, crawling under his hair and appearing on his ear. The inscription said, The Waynes, Christmas 20XX. I am tormented by uneasy doubts. I can't be silent anymore. Romano. Yeah? Who are they? The Waynes. Are they friends of your parents? Something like that. I live with them now. The sincere cheerfulness of his voice now seems so fake. I didn't know he lives not at his parents'. Did he move here because of the school and his parents couldn't leave their jobs? I don't think so. He called these two brother and sister. If he just lived in their house, he wouldn't say so. I've absolutely no idea what's going on in his life. He never told me anything about himself, and I didn't ask him. We continued looking through. His family often showed up later in front of nature, houses and parks and at stadiums, but the owner of the album was never seen in any other photo. In the end, there was a pile of many photos, mostly sunsets and beaches. They asked to be printed on covers of tourist booklets. The teacher needs lake photos. He wants to show them to his friend who is engaged in photography professionally. He promises they can be printed in a travel magazine. Wow. Must be cool when the hobby pays off. So, what? Did the teacher choose any? Yeah, I'll show it to you too if they will publish it quick enough. I turned over a few pictures in my hands, but at this moment the bus stopped. Romano carefully put the pictures into the album and hurried out of the bus. That's my stop. See you tomorrow, Kurt. See you tomorrow. Romano left the bus and I was left alone. Looking after him, I felt something strange. I can't tell myself why I feel this discomfort. What's that? Anxiety? Disturbance? I absolutely don't like it. I mustn't feel something like that. The bus moved smoothly, filling the entire surrounding silence with the noise of the engine. What has happened to Roma's family? Children just can't be given to another family so easily, even to the friends. Can I ask him? Or rather, will he tell me? That's a personal topic. Not everyone will share something like that. It's none of my business. But even my own body doesn't believe me. The heart beats faster than usual and strange thoughts come into my head. Is he alright? The day was unproductive. Almost immediately after coming home, I fell asleep. Haven't slept in the afternoon for a long time. Now my head is aching. No energy came to me. It was a waste of time. I need to go down for a pill. I got used to walking around an empty house, but it's still unpleasant. It's not a fear of or loneliness, more like just emptiness. It's like I'm not here myself. It's like I'm nothing but just a shadow. It will be like this for at least one more week. Parents are detained on a business trip. Hi, Kurt. Don't wait for us earlier than next Friday. There are more things to do. Parents out. A voice message added work to them. If my parents didn't have to quit their former firm, then everything would be different. They wouldn't have to spend all their time climbing higher. And not just that, they're vigilantly watching what is happening below, or everything may repeat again. Anyone can suddenly set them up and to take their comfortable places. They always have to look over their shoulder. Knowing how hard my parents are working, I can't sit around doing nothing. I'll be worthy to bear their last name. Like them, I will fully devote myself to work. I wonder if Seth feels the same. Feels the need to match their highest aspirations. His parents, lawyers, also work tirelessly. Seth is certainly good at everything he makes an effort to do. If only he was interested in the club. By the way, he acted weird today. Didn't even call me back. Write to Seth. I'll write him... I don't know what that means. In late evenings, he must be free. Great, he's online. Hi, can you talk? Oh wow, you wrote first. Aren't you afraid that we'll face the end of the world now? You can. You left earlier today. Why? I've been busy. Now you can add some details. Family affairs. They must have planned some family trip. There are receptions to which it is customary to come with the children. Next time warn me when you leave me alone. Or else my master will be dissatisfied. Yeah. Actually, you should have denied it. I saved a witty answer for that, but now it's useless. Is that all? What? Have we talked? Well, yes, you have answered my question. Pretty cold. It's hot outside. Didn't you get sick, or are you chilling under the air conditioner? You're a jerk. No, you are a jerk. I love you very much, too. Really? This conversation turned into some strange channel. Seriously, though, I don't know how love feels. Of course. Okay, I'll see you later. Looks like he is alright. I still have a headache. I better take the pills. The drowsiness has not gone away. My eyes are closing. Tomorrow I will have to think carefully about what to do next. Alright, I'm actually going to pause it right there, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!